When you arrive in Kinnick Stadium, you know what's in store. Hard nose, toughness, defense, and you better bring your hat and be ready to strike somebody when you come into this black and gold cauldron to take on the Hawkeyes. We believe we've got a great one in store today, and when you've got a team that makes it into the top 25, now when you go on the road, that's when you prove you belong. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Indiana Hoosiers, taking on another team from the Big Ten, the Iowa Hawkeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Hoosiers will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense will start this game off. And here he comes, guys, the man who makes everything go.
Everything in this offense is built around his ability. He's got such great field vision. He's got it all going.
He is must-watch TV. Let's not get it twisted. People show up to this stadium. People are...
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
What a great way to start this game, and one of the reasons this defense has been one of the most dominant units all season long, they can get pressure on the quarterback with guys like that. They've got better athletes than you've got up front.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And you simply cannot start the game any better if you're on defense. The first two plays of the game, you get a sack. That's how you seize momentum.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. Going to try to get it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Hawkeyes will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and try to make a big play. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Indiana's offense will get the ball for the first time. And if these two guys wind up getting matched up, David, we'll see what wins, speed or force.
Yeah, and you love to be physical and set the tone, and this linebacker does that consistently. Now, Jesse, keeping up with the speed on the other side, that's a different animal.
Might be different, but we're going to see this receiver work underneath on some drag routes. You better be careful. You do not want to get caught in the wash against this linebacker.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Toss to the outside. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the ground, he's got it again. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Zings it complete to the right. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Indiana!
Down in tight to the goal line, you saw some good movement up front by the offensive line, getting a push and giving that running back a chance.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Paul.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
That's caught. It's Landry. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
Fires to the right. That is just a sideline credit. Roll, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Fast motion from the offense. To the air on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Hall. And that will go backwards. A negative play, and that defense on high alert that time.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
Using his legs, it's Hall. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. At the 45 on his way. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Hawkeyes have this offense rolling. He's going to pass. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the third sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And we might as well state the obvious. First and second down didn't work out. Third and very long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Feeling some heat. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Fires one high and deep. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
14, Iowa, 0.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Iowa has the ball back on offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit.
He's loose. Hits him with a stiff arm. A huge pickup on the play before he goes out of bounds, but the question is, will it stand? There is a penalty marker on the field. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Line gets set, first down. Out of the gun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On second down, he'll fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Across the 25, he's got room. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. And the Hawkeyes decide to punt it away. He's got great speed. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run the toss. Still on his feet at the 45. Afterburners coming. He's at the 10. He's now got 78 yards on the ground as he gets closer and closer to that magical 1,000-yard mark for the season. Didn't take him long to get into the goal-to-go package. Here they are on first down. Back to throw, it's Crispin. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Indiana. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
No matter how many times you see it, a moving moment here at Iowa between the first and second quarter when the entire crowd acknowledges the children across the way. Hope they enjoy the game as we continue in the second quarter. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you've got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of a running game for exactly what you just said. You got to be able to use play-action pass later in this game to get some explosive plays down the field. And it's a play like that we just saw, which can help them get that.
One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. So no room to run there, and you wonder after that loss on first down where they turn now.
Yeah, and that's why it's so important for the defense to win these first downs, right? You want to create negative plays to make this offense so much more predictable.
Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He felt the heat trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
He's up to 86 yards on the ground in this one and now sets his sights on a 1,000-yard season. Off the play fake. Lofts one high and deep. Got it! And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Hoosiers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. You want to see quick strike ability? It was a bit. plays. 80 yards, touchdown on the board. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Reads it, fires complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
And this veteran quarterback just overshot his man that time. The Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. The toss to the right. At the 45, on his way. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And he'll get behind those pads and deliver the blow and get it down to the 44.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
That's reeled in. It's Butler. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple 1st downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
The Hoosiers getting set on 1st and 10. Setting up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves them in 2nd and manageable. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball in the backfield. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. Maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
And that is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong for them. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll go right back to the run. Hard-hitting tackle.
These are the ones in the stands where you get booed if it doesn't work. Why would you run the ball on 2nd and long? You stink, OC. Or you get the big applause and you're like, yes, nice job. Keeping the manageable 3rd down situation. Good call. So tough spot to be in 2nd and long. Nice answer, nice run by the running back.
And that pass intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. A veteran in this defense stayed locked in on his rules and made the interception. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Quick strike complete. Put it right on him. Sweet play. Good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the 1st down. And the Hoosiers look to do some damage in the red zone. They'll put the tight end in motion. The inside handoff. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup.
You know, in the modern era of college football, with everybody throwing it, it becomes harder and harder for running backs to put up big-time numbers. With that last carry, though, this guy's got 1,000 yards rushing on the season.
This offense has put on a display in the 1st half, and they have a chance to tack another one on before the break. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. Running out of time here in the 1st half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points up. And he's got it! Touchdown, Indiana!
This quarterback really does a nice job seeing the field and reading coverage. And when you go empty, you spread the defense out, it's easier to see what the defense is doing.
And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass.
0.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Steps away to find some room. Turns it on in midfield. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together.
Timeout, Indiana.
And it's 1st down, but they'll try the field goal in the closing seconds of the 1st half. And this one will be a 57-yard attempt. He'll unleash it from the right hash. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind.
35, Iowa, 0.
2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, a stirring start to things today in Iowa City as we say hello from our broadcast studios.
They're just about ready to kick it away.
Set to kick off.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Starting this 3rd quarter on the ground. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try to get outside. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's...
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Hoosiers will punt it away on 4th down. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll call for the fair catch here. Iowa has the ball back on offense. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I tell you what, this guy's making a name for himself. 2 sacks last week. He's got 2 today already. He is terrorizing quarterbacks.
Second down now after the sack.
42 Spider. 4-2.
He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Landry. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. He's going to take off. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
That shows a lot of poise and a lot of experience by that guy there. Not thinking to himself, hey, on 3rd and long, I'm going to have to throw and make a really good throw here to go get this first. Hey, if it's not there, you don't got to force the issue. You're a good enough athlete to go take off and get it yourself with your legs. Beautiful job.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast, too, if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield. It's Hall. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Now facing a 3rd and long.
Let's go.
Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start. Offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Fires into a world of traffic and it's picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the quarterback trying to get aggressive there on 3rd down. He saw something he liked in a matchup he wanted to take advantage of, but the defense, they simply weren't fooled, and they're able to come away with the pick.
Offense getting set for 1st down.
3-25.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go to the ground. Finds just a bit of room. He'll pick up a couple to the 11.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And the defense is going to have more plays like that. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop, maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
Scanning the field, it's Crispin. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own. And the quarterback just couldn't bring himself to pull the trigger and get rid of the ball, and they knock it free.
So let's give the secondary tons of credit, right, Reese? They were doing an outstanding job in the back end, in coverage, not allowing any receivers open, and that's why the QB had to keep holding it and keep holding it. That allowed the pass rush to get to him, and that created the turnover.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
All right, QB, I got to trust you, man. You already threw one pick. Now that one probably should have picked. You got to give me a reason to feel confident I can drop back and let you throw the football again, or else this leash maybe gets a little bit short.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Quarterbacks don't have high completion percentages from their backs. It's been really hard for this QB to get in any kind of rhythm. We got to change something up here. We got to do something different because right now it's just a sack.
He splits the uprights and puts 3 on the board. Let's not say they cut into the deficit with that field goal. Maybe just, I don't know, tweaked a little bit of their way with their fingernail. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal, so that's the good news. Now this offense has to get it going. Forget about the fumble, Jesse. Move on. Be positive.
And they're upset with themselves, too. They're an offense that pride themselves on ball security. Let's see what they do right here.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Quarterback checking the play. They get him stopped after a gain of 4 out to the 28.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it that? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The toss to the outside. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. 2nd down.
Clock strikes 0 here in the quarter, and Indiana is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. 2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. Fires to the big fella. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down.
A nice job by... tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Crispin. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. The Hoosiers will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. You want to talk about having a weapon to bail out a drive? David, that's why kickers are so important after that long field goal.
And listen, important is a relative term. We need to make longer passes and get better gains so we don't have to kick long field goals, Palmer, again on offense.
And they've got the weapons to do that, David. They just got to be able to dial those plays up. Guys have to be able to make them one-on-one to make life easier on this kicker, who is so important to this team.
Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this.
There he goes down the right side. Running inside the 20. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Iowa! In a lot of losses, you just want to burn the tape. You don't want to watch it. But I think there are some things that they can take into next week from this performance.
No doubt. Offense is about finding your rhythm, finding your groove, what you do well. And you can tell, at least now, starting to get a little something going that maybe you can do.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Middle Tennessee is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie. We could see a legend born today in Murfreesboro. It's less than a touchdown lead. They're trailing by 6 to Kennesaw State.
Touch pass on the jet sweep.
We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. He's going to throw deep right side. And it's caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the route is on. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to start this drive with a pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Those always sting a little bit. When you get so close to getting the QB to the ground, creating a negative play, and then all of a sudden he turns it into something positive, just really annoying as a defensive guy.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after him. He'll pull it down. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got him, and they convert. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. And the Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with second and short.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
Finds the tight end. Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. Unleashes it on the run. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get a stop on this possession, and the offense is going to have to do better than they just did.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll try the toss to the left. On the move at the 30. Touchdown, Indiana! And the punishment has been extended. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. That drive took no time at all. A couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession they went for it, they rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on third down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. He wants to throw. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. And you just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion?
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. The defense gets bailed out after giving up that big play, coming back because of the penalty. First down here for the offense. They'll go to the air. He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. Looking to throw it again. Getting some heat. Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
Wide open downfield. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still count it for 6.
Good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. With this big cushion they're working with, Jesse, they're ready to send these fans toward the exits.
And you know the coaching staff has got to be so happy with how this offense has been able to come out here on the road, fight the crowd noise, and execute at such a high level, Dave.
Yeah, just dominate the football game. And now, listen, it's mode where I can run the football, run out the clock, watch this game go to zeros and get the dub.
Let's see what they've got on second down. He slings it deep to the left. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Get it out on the screen. And he is showing it all and finding ways to pick up yards. He's down to the 28. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Trying to convert this second and short. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Headed to the end zone. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Second down coming up. Looking to throw, it's Crispin. Unloads to the right. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. And the Hoosiers will have it first and 10. From the red zone, looking for a space. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they closed the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there getting set. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you'll perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talk